Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Thavius Beck. I'm an electronic musician and a technology enthusiast. We're broadcasting here from a rooftop in New York with my good buddies from Elektron. And I want to show you some good things about the analog heat and how it works with Overbridge. Now we can use analog heat with any hardware. We can also use this with any DAW that we choose. But if we want to use it with the DAW, it's important that we download the latest version of Overbridge and make sure that analog heat is updated to the latest OS. You can accomplish all that by just going to the Elektron website and downloading the latest versions of both. Once we have Overbridge installed, we can start to use analog heat as a VSTI or an AU. Right now I'm using Ableton Live, and I have a group track with some drums on it, and I'd like to apply some heat to that. So I'm going to go ahead and grab analog heat and drop that on this group track. And now we can see the GUI for the analog heat plugin. In this device, we can affect everything from analog heat, and what's nice is that this works both ways. So if I was to affect a parameter using the knobs on analog heat, right now I'm adjusting the filter frequency cutoff. We can see in the GUI here that that's being updated. Now to really get a feel for just how powerful this is, I'm going to start playing this beat. And right off the bat, you can see the audio waveform showing up right here. This allows us to see how the envelope is being applied as the audio plays. We'll talk about that in a bit more depth a little bit later. But below that, we can see the character section. This is really the heart of analog heat. We have 8 different distortion circuits here, and I can freely click through these. Right now we're here in the clean boost setting. Let me go ahead and go to the saturation setting here. I'm gonna add some drive, add some dirt here as well. And already you can hear a huge difference. Below that we have our equalizer, so we can adjust the low band and the high band as well. Add some bass, I like bass. If we move over to this section here, we have our filter, our 2-pole filter. We have various filter types. Right now this is a low pass filter. And again, if I adjust this with the knobs here on heat, we can see that that's being affected. If I adjust this with the parameters on the plugin, same sort of effect. These things can all be easily automated. Below that we have our envelope follower. So if we look in this area where we can see the waveform, you can actually see the shape of the envelope. And again, we can use this to sort of tailor what parts of the audio that we apply distortion to. If we look to the right of the filter, we have our LFO section. And we can see the little dot that's running through our little sawtooth waveform right here. So we can see exactly where we are in the phase of this particular wave cycle. And we have various destinations that we can route the LFO to. Below that, we have a modulation matrix. So again, we can add more movement to the distortion as it's applied. We have a mix section here, so we can balance the amount of the wet level, the dry and wet level, and the overall preset volume. And one really cool feature that I like a lot is the fact that you can not only process the left and the right side, but you also have mid-side processing as well. Now, last but not least, if we look over here where it says preset, after I've shaped this to my liking, I can save the preset, give it whatever name that I choose. I can also load any presets that I've saved before. Now the beauty of this is that I don't need to save this preset in order for these settings to be saved with this project. Once I save the project, any settings that I've tweaked on analog heat will be recalled as soon as I open this project back up again. The total recall functionality is really, really nice.